These crevasses that you can see are up to 50 feet wide and they are extremely deep. Depth of which I cannot say, but it is said that inside the temperature in a crevasse is right up to minus 200 degree centigrade. You can well imagine if somebody falls, it will take precisely a second or even less for that man to die of hypothermia. This is the place where the temperatures dip down to minus 40 degrees to minus 60 degrees in winters, and as of now, as I am talking to you, the temperatures must be around minus 15 to minus 20 degrees. Generally showing you the terrain of this area. I'll go over the living condition of our boys and self as we proceed further. So see you there in the living area. This is my company post, and you can see the boys are working. We have just uprooted our tent from here and shifted to the other side. As you can see, all the accommodation is getting embedded in the snow, especially this one, which happens to be a signal living shelter, and it is totally covered under snow. And thereafter, my den, this is the opening to my room, and to get inside I'll have to get hold of those wires and slip down, and inside this general place is where I generally sleep at night. Now this is a FGH which was totally come under snow, and I am in process of vacating it. The tent has already been pitched, and by evening I think I should move. The boys are removing ice from around the second tent. This happens to be the langar and the windmill kind of thing which is moving around is the started earth area. These are people who note the temperature and other weather activities and pass it down to the Met Office of theirs, and from here the predictions of avalanche and other things come. Now look at the dog having a nice time in the sun. That is the toilet area of our boys, and you can see this, both are pulling a skateboard to the new place where we are shifting. This white Stormia tent is going to be my new residence, and these flags, as you can see, is the Mandir Gurdwara area, and all around we are simply born, as you can see. I just entered my ice cave. This is the mouth of it, and I'm still panting, oxygen is less, and these are the steps that lead into my den, and this is the FGH. Here I am inside the FGH. You can see stuff all littered around. This is the Bukhari run by the kerosene, and it keeps the FGH warm. Dr. Captain Santosh is sleeping in the sleeping bag, and this is the only source of natural light that falls into this FGH. The FGH is in the process of collapsing. As I showed you, it is all covered with ice, and this is the place where it has caved in. Luckily we will shift out of this place in the evening. Actually, I've just come back from outside. As you can just see, it's extremely cozy, and it's time to remove these heavy clothing. This is the carabiner and the rope. Snow is still hanging on to it, which I gathered while getting into the FGH. This rope rope and carabiner is extremely useful while going on links. With this we all get tied along, and prevents us, or it helps us in getting out of the crevasse or any such problem area if we get into. This is a wing cheater, and it's of a western origin. This is worn on a thermal jacket, and actually keeps the wind away from you. Today it was not so cold, so I am not wearing the thermal jacket. This is the ski jersey, high neck, and it is double layered, extremely warm. The trousers which I am wearing is again a down feather trouser, quite thick, quite warm, and extremely helpful in extreme conditions of -40, -60 degrees. These are the heavy boots. These are double boots. I'll just show you. These are made in Austria, France, and Italy, depending on the make. Well, mine one are from the Austria, and they have the capability to hold the climate temperatures up to -35. This is the boot, and this is a twin boot. This is the inner boot, and this is the outer boot. These two boots are supposed to be worn to save you from the cold. And so are these socks. They are also imported socks, extremely thin, lightweight, and extremely warm. Then I must remove all this as I am feeling quite warm in this Bukhari. Extremely difficult to pass time, but luckily I've got a very good companion, my Dr. Saab, which keeps me busy with chess throughout the day. And I think I must remove my trousers off the camera, so I must switch